A monster storm, almost 1,000 miles wide.
This is going to be a big and powerful storm.
With the destructive power of an atomic bomb. A natural disaster of extraordinary force strikes the northeast coast of the United States.
Don't mess with Mother Nature.
Never seen anything like this.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on. It's a hurricane.
You would never think this was happening in New York.
50 homes already have burned to the ground.
This is unbelievable, man.
I've never witnessed anything like this.
Oh my God!
Unbelievable. Sorry.
Hey, Heather, it's Michelle. Hi. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm just happy that we're alive. We're all just sort of, there's no power, there's no service, there's no phones. It's like a scene out of some end of the world movie.
The people on the East Coast wake to Sandy's aftermath. This was a storm of almost unimaginable power. Sandy's impact was felt along the coastline from Florida to Massachusetts before she made landfall. Then it blew an ocean into the heart of New York City.
Oh my God!
With such devastating power, she grows to a superstorm. Terrifying millions of people.
Try to keep it up somehow.
Sandy is definitely coming into New York City and making a huge mess.
This was our home, you know. I mean, I'm sorry.
The statistics are awesome. Almost 200 dead, an estimated $50 billion worth of damage, and more than 8 million people without power. This is the story of a tragic and never to be forgotten 24 hours in the life of Superstorm Sandy. It's dawn on the day that Superstorm Sandy is poised to strike. 90 miles off the coast of North Carolina, she claims one of her first American victims.
Altitude.
Roger, stand by.
The U.S. Coast Guard braves storm force winds to save the desperate crew of an historic tall ship that sunk in 18-foot waves.
Survivors getting out of the basket.
They pulled 15 people from the water, but one woman is unresponsive. Resuscitation attempts fail. 42-year-old Claudine Christian has a unique and tragic distinction in the history of Superstorm Sandy that day.
She was the first American life to be taken by Hurricane Sandy. Such a little spark and firecracker in life. Just couldn't believe she was just taken. And
Claudine had been a crew member on the three-masted sailing ship, HMS Bounty.
Swimmers at basket. Hold.
The ship's captain, Robin Walbridge, was missing at sea. The search for the captain would later be abandoned. With Sandy powering towards land, scientists at NOAA's National Hurricane Center are deeply concerned.
Things have really changed from a couple days ago.
Hurricane Sandy now has maintained its strength. The hope that this system would steer out to sea is gone. Now the fact that it looks like it will hit the northeast, still do not know the exact location of where the storm will hit.
If this forecast is right, this is going to spell it's going to be a major disaster in the Northeast. You know, we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar storm and maybe a record-setting event.
We really should start to prepare for something that could be a very devastating event.
Hard reality is that even if we do everything within our power to prepare, we can't stop the storm.
I've been hearing about evacuating since we've been here.
Those who choose to stay are going to find themselves in this situation. If they do get in trouble, we will not go for it.
We'll ride it out. We'll ride it out like we ride all of them out, you know?
Yeah, we're not looking forward to it. Getting too old for this.
We have never left the house or evacuated in the past. We are staying.
The storm should be felt as far away as Michigan and parts of Ohio. This is an unprecedented situation, and everyone should really be taking heed.
Early afternoon, the outlying winds reach the heart of New York City. Then the storm hits a Long Island suburban street.
This is the apocalypse. Oh! I heard the kids downstairs joking around, kidding around, playing.
Oh my God!
Shit, our tree!
Our tree! It hit your car! Oh my God! Oh my God!
It hit my car!
Oh, my car!
They reached a point in time where I realized it wasn't joking. They were screaming something was going on.
I wasn't expecting anything really. Just thought that the storm wasn't even going to be that big of a deal. I was just deciding to film a video out my window, maybe send it to my friend, and then I just captured something crazy on film.
Oh my God! Oh, I got that all on film!
I was on the computer and I heard him, and I looked out the window to see the tree falling, and I screamed first because the tree was falling, and then I realized it was about to hit my car. The wind didn't look that bad, but it snapped like a twig.
Oh my God!
What happened? The car got crushed!
I felt like I was in like a horror movie watching all these trees falling around my house, because when it's your home turf, like when it's your house seeing it happen, it's just you're in a state of shock.
The danger here are trees falling, and they have happened in the past where they kill people. It's eerie because it's almost like silence until it makes contact with whatever it's hitting. Then you just hear like an unmistakable crushing of metal.
I was scared throughout the whole entire night. It was horrible. Felt like I was in a horror movie.
Let's get away from it.
There's a fire. There's a fire, Dad. There's a fire, Dad.
Oh my God.
There ain't nothing I can do about that.
Oh my God.
Trees were crashing down everywhere. But it wasn't just wind causing the problem. The storm was so slow-moving that it lingered over the Northeast, saturating the ground below.
We also had a lot of rain right before that system came. So that was like the setup for losing a lot of trees. You soften the ground, it gets moist, you lose a lot of trees.
Late afternoon on the coast of New Jersey. Waves are growing by the minute.
Oh my gosh!
Waiting for the hurricane to hit is storm chaser Jeff Petrowski.
Winds are gusting to 85 miles an hour off the coast now. Just had a wind report that south of Boston just 2 minutes ago on the hood. Winds gusting to 89 miles an hour.
Other storm chasers are also descending on what promises to be an epic event.
Sandy is really beginning to make itself felt here at the north shore of Long Island. You can see the flooding behind me. In fact, I'm up to my knees in water right now. Now this is the first high tide, and the surge isn't all that big. The secondary high tide, which comes later on tonight when the surge is much higher, this whole area is likely to flood out far more.
The hurricane is now approaching the coastline. It's only going to get worse from here.
With night falling, Jeff is getting ready for the storm's surge.
Look at the water! Look at the storm surge on the Garden State Parkway. Looks like a dam is broke. I mean, it is pouring across the garden. This is bad.
The water was wreaking havoc on homes in Brooklyn.
gushing everywhere.
The water was covering the street completely. You couldn't see the road anymore. After a while, we began to see water literally start flowing back down the steps to the basement door where we were. And then suddenly out of the blues, you know, the door broke open.
Oh my God! Oh my God! The door break open.
It's as though the river, a river or even the ocean was gushing in.
The door just break open.
And at that point, even I got scared.
Oh my God!
This was as though somebody had sort of diverted the sea to the house. It's moving faster than you can think or faster than you can act.
Should we try to close it? No, but we didn't try to close the door.
This water just came in like if it was the ocean coming into the with so much force.
Time to be careful. Go. You can't let Sheldon do that. We need to try to keep it up somehow.
Suddenly, the power went, and that was a very, very scary moment.
Power was failing all over the region, but it was about to get worse, because seawater and electricity are not a good mix.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on. It's a hurricane. What the hell is this?
In this one spectacular flash, a Con Edison substation blows up, cutting power to almost 1 million New York City homes. Local resident John Matauzzi captures the explosion on video.
I started walking down to the water. The flood was starting to come up. It was about 2 feet by then. This area right here was like a crazy wind tunnel. It felt like 100-mile-per-hour gusts. I mean, you had little girls that were like grabbing on the trees like this, holding on for their life. It got pretty dangerous over here because there was these metal sheets that must have weighed like 30 pounds that were just woof, 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 flipping through the air. And then all of a sudden my camera just lit up. Then we get another huge flash, a blue blast. I mean, it looked like something out of a sci-fi movie. And everyone started screaming. Some were just kind of like, oh my God, you know, in that sort of apocalyptic sense that New Yorkers have been feeling. You felt it.
Yeah, just exploded.
When Manhattan went out, the New World Trade was actually one of the only things that was lit, so it looked really unreal. Because half of Brooklyn Bridge was out, all of Manhattan, and then this big tower was glowing. And eventually that went out. And throughout the night, you'd see these blue explosions in the distance. Which became extremely spooky. It looked like something out of, you know, Independence Day.
Nightfall. Superstorm Sandy sends millions of New Yorkers back to the dark ages.